Hare Krishna. So today we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 4, Shloka 29. Aho anatmayam mahadasya pashyata prajapateryasya characharam prajaha jahavasun yad vimatma atmaja sati manasvini manam avikshana maharti. Aho anatmayam mahadasya pashyat प्रजापतेरयस्य चराचरं प्रजा जहावसून यद विमातात्मजा सती मनस्विनी मानम अभीक्षणम अहर्ति. अहो अनात्मयं महदस्य पश्यत प्रजापतेरयस्य चराचरं प्रजा जहावसून यद विमात्मजा सती मनस्विनी मानम अभीक्षणम अहर्ति. Synonyms translation were purported by His Divine Grace. His Divine is Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms: Aho, oh, anatmayam, neglect, mahat, great, asya, of daksha, pashyat, just see, prajapate, of the prajapati, yash, of whom, characharam, all living entities, praja, offspring, jahao, gave up, asun, her body, yet by whom, vimata, disrespect, atmaja, his own daughter, sati, sati, manaswini, voluntarily, manam, respect, avikshanam, repeatedly, arhati, deserve. Translation: It was astonishing that Daksha, who was Prajapati, the maintainer of all living entities, was so disrespectful to his own daughter Sati, who was not only chaste, but was also a great soul, that she gave up her body because of his neglect. The word anatma is significant. Atma means the life of the soul. So this word indicates that although Daksha appeared to be living, actually he was a dead body. Otherwise, how could he neglect Sati, who was his own daughter? It was the duty of Daksha to look after the maintenance and comfort of all living entities because he was situated as Prajapati, the governor of all living entities. Therefore, how is it that he neglected his own daughter, who was the most exalted and chaste woman, a great soul, and who therefore deserved the most respectful treatment from a father? The death of Sati, because of her being neglected by Daksha, her father, was most astonishing to all the great demigods of the universe. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Yachurnamiltamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam in Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Karamayam Dati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutpada Kamalam Shri Guruna Vaishnavancham Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagarnathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganata Shri Vishakantamsha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vicharne Nirvishwari Pachara Vichitarne Nama Vadanyaya Krishna Pidayate Krishnaya Krishna He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagapati Gopesha Gopika Bhanta Radha Bhanta Namostade Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhan Devi, Paramami Haripriya. Vancha Kalpatra Pushpa Sindhu Bhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Shubhadaya, Krishna Vishtaya, Bhutale, Srimati Radha Swami Tanamni. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 4th chapter, 29th sloka. And we see that Sati Mata changed her dress. She wore saffron sari and then she meditated. From this only we can understand, see that there was atmosphere, like the yajna was going on, right? Think of a situation, a yajna is going on, Sati Mata in the midst of yajna. She has that control that she went, changed her clothes, came back to this arena, and then sacrificed her body. She could meditate in that situation also. So what does this tell? That she was well prepared. In earlier shlokas, we have read that Sati Mata was wife of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva has been termed as Yogeshwara. The Lord who knows all the yogas, Ishwar of all the yogis. So obviously, Sati Mata got that learning from Lord Shiva. And not only that, she was daughter of such a king, Prajapati, who was a Prajapati, Daksha. Obviously, she had from both sides, from her parental, from her father's side also, and from her husband's side also. She would certainly have got lots of training. So she was well trained and could understand the situation, and that's how she decided. She was having the power that she would have punished her father also. But then she knew the etiquettes. Yad yad achrati. The way we behave, that is how our further generations follow. So she knew that what is right and what is wrong. And that's why what she did, she left her body. And it is said in the Shastras that it is not easy to leave your body. So this is not an unplanned move. This Sati Mata's leaving her body is not a suicide. She knew and she planned very well that what decisions she has to take. She knew that how she has to leave her body, and she knew her destination also, where she has to go. So that was the potency which Sati Mata was having. She knew very well that what is the consequence of this death to be. She could remember Lord at the time of leaving her body. And that's how she could go back to the destination where she wanted to go. She wanted to go back to Lord Shiva only. But now she wanted to leave this body which was coming, which was given by her father Daksha. She wanted to repent, and she then, after we'll read later, that she went after leaving her body and took a birth in a new family, which is king of Himalayas, king of mountains, Himalaya. She became daughter there, where she took her next birth as Parvati. And she knew that destination because she wanted to go back to Lord Shiva So she could meditate in that place where that yajna was happening. In midst of that yajna, she could meditate on Lord Shiva and could leave her body. Here, Prabhupada is signifying about the word Atmya. Atmya means life of soul. Right? Let's stop this sharing. So, what is happening? That this word, Atmya means life of the soul, means one who is in his senses, one who is active, one who knows the relationship of the soul with the super soul. And Prabhupada writes that Anatmya, the word here is coming, Anatmya. Anatmya is neglection. This word is coming to signify that Daksha, who was Prajapati, how did he behave? What is the responsibility of a Prajapati? The responsibility of a Prajapati is to take care of all his kingdom, be it his own family, the other families in the entire world. Not only that, everything, whether it is vegetation, whether it is animals, anything which is existing, living, non-living, is to be taken care by Prajapati. So Daksha's responsibility was quite big. And here, just because of an ego, that Lord Shiva couldn't, or he didn't, just what was the thing because of which he got angry? Because he didn't stood up to respect Daksha earlier. And just because of that false ego, he couldn't tolerate that and he blasphemed. And here also, when Mata Sati tried her best, she came here to make Daksha understand that whatever he is doing is not correct. And she wanted to bridge that gap between Daksha and Lord Shiva, which was created by Daksha, not from Lord Shiva's side. So, despite of all the efforts, she couldn't do that. So, Daksha, being a Prajapati, had that responsibility. So, what to call off other living entities? He couldn't even save his daughter. He couldn't even protect her. He couldn't even stop her from doing what she was doing. The responsibility of king is that he should take care of administration. He should take care of welfare. And he should protect everybody. Shastras say that one should protect five people. Who are those five? Children. Protection must be given to children. They must be given proper guidance, what to do, what not to do. Shastra should clearly explain that what are the things which must be told to children in order to let them grow as per Shastras. It is very, very important that children must be protected. Similarly, old people must be protected. Why old people must be protected? Because they are the ones who are aware of all the sanskaras. They are the ones who know all the traditions. They are the ones who are well aware of all the important aspects of the family life, right? If we are not taking care of them, who is going to educate the family? It is very, very rare because, in at least I can talk about my family, that if there is any important functions which come across, right? We don't know the process that how any worship should be followed. What should we do? How should we pray? What mantra should be followed? What is the sequence? What are the things which one should buy? And we are dependent on others to guide that. Whereas The elders, what they used to do, they knew each and everything. They can tell you right from the beginning till the end that how things are to be performed. They know each and every aspect of it because they had been trained to do that, and that's what they have followed throughout their life. And now they wanted the same. So that is why old people need protection, they need care. Because at old age, they look for somebody to take care of their health situations, their fooding and all. And in turn, they are the ones who guide and protect the family. So it is children, it is old age people, then the women should be protected. It's very, very important to protect the women of the society, not only of one's family, but also of the society. So it is important for anybody to take care of the women in the society. They play the most important role. They act as mother. They are the ones who are giving birth to new generations. They are the ones who are taking care of all your household requirements. So it is very important that women should be given protection because they are the ones who are dependent in different ages. Like in a young age, they are dependent on father. In grahastha age, they are dependent on their husband, and when they grow old, they are either dependent on their husband if he is living or the son. So adequate protection must be given to the woman. The fourth, which is still told as per Shastras, is Brahmanas. So Brahmanas are dependent on the society, right? The Brahmanas must be taken adequate care and they must be given proper protection. Because those are the ones who are going to educate the society. So the knowledge of Veda can only be spread in the society through these learned Brahmanas. I'm not talking of the Brahmanas which are not having this knowledge. So Brahmanas not by birth, but by quality. So Brahmanas by quality who are having knowledge of Vedas and who do teach the society about the Vedas. So those Brahmanas must be protected. And the fifth and most important thing is protection of cows. It is a very important responsibility of each and every individual that cow protection should be taken care of. Gro Brahmana Ditayacha, because Lord Krishna loves cows. So cows are generally, nowadays if you see, people even don't, in villages also if you see, normally people are having buffaloes, not cows. They used to drink milk from buffaloes because they think it will give you physical power. But what is much needed is having mental strength. It is said that cow's milk is the one which keeps your mind active. Your intelligence comes from there. So cow's milk have big properties. So cow should also be protected. These are the 5 important things which one has to protect. Must have heard the story of Maharaj Shibi. Maharaj Shibi was once on his terrace and a dove came there. He was a very, very pious and a generous king. And to test him, Dharmaraj and Agni, right? They came as a dove and an eagle. So dove came flying too fast and came at Maharaj Shibi's lap and said, protect me, that eagle is up behind me. Eagle wants to kill me, eat. Now eagle, as per the law of Lord, he is authorized to kill any small bird or thing like, and he can eat. It's no problem in that. So whatever eagle is doing is not wrong. But Maharaj Shibi, being the king of the universe, has a responsibility to protect. And dove came here to get that protection. It was his responsibility now to protect that dove. And now when the eagle came, eagle said, you have a responsibility towards me also. Because I am also You are Praja. I am also part of your kingdom itself. So I need food, and dove is my food, and you are protecting dove. So what to do? So the Maharaj Shivi said, okay, I'll serve you. But then Eagle said, no, no, no. Either I want dove or I need your flesh. And then Maharaj Shivi said, okay, if that is the condition, then I am ready to give my flesh. And then Eagle said, I want the equal, just same weight of the flesh of your body as that of dove. That will be sufficient for me. And then dove was kept on a pan, and on the other side, Maharaj Shivi first of all took out some flesh from his right leg, right? Put on the pan, more flesh. And he kept on doing that, but surprisingly, the dove side was always higher. And at last, Maharaj Shivi gave him fully and sat on the pan. And when he did that, dove and eagle came in their form. And they were happy with the sacrifice which Maharaj Shivi did. So Maharaj Shivi was such a king, such a pious king. So the king's responsibility is to protect the people in their kingdom. It's not about the human beings only. They have to protect animals. They have to protect vegetables. They have to protect trees. They have to protect every living entity. And Maharaj Shivi, by his example, has shown that. It is said that there are 4 ways: Poshan, Vipranan, Uplanan, and Anushashan. So one has to feed, one has to remember always serve Brahman, and one has to maintain strict discipline in his kingdom and do a nice administration so that he can take care of the entire kingdom. But what is here happening here? Prajapati Daksha. Daksha was the king of the entire universe, right? Entire universe. But still, he couldn't even stop her daughter from sacrificing her body. That's why the word, which is very significant, Prabhupada says, Anatmya. He addresses that Daksha is like what? That he was a dead body. Because one who cannot take responsibility or do as per his assigned responsibility, then he is none other than the dead body. What's the use of this body if we are not performing our duties well? How can he neglect his daughter, who was the most exalted and chaste woman? Prabhupada is writing. She was the wife of Lord Shiva. The most exalted. Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu. So here we see that Sati Mata left her body. So this tells us that Sati Mata was well prepared. She knew what is going to be the result of the action which she is going to take. It is said that this life is a preparation. Prabhupada says that life is a preparation and death is your destination. So you have to prepare. Like if you have to go into any destination, if we have to go to any place to visit or to just have holidays and all, what we do? We do lots of planning, hotel booking, air ticket booking, leave applications, and all those things. We do lots of planning. So similarly, we should understand that what is our destination. In Hindi, it says that one has to अकेले जाना है, अचानक जाना है, और लौट के कभी नहीं आना है. Right? One has to go alone. We never know when you will go, and the objective should be that you should not come back again. Right? That's how one should train himself. One should always be trained in a way that he should prepare himself, because what should be our destination? back to Godhead. Prabhupada writes back to Godhead. That should be our destination. So if you know the destination, then you have to prepare yourself for that destination. Right? Without preparing, it is very, very difficult to achieve that. That's why this life is nothing but a preparation for your death. There are many, many examples in the Shastras which tell that how people have planned, how people have planned to leave their body. The biggest example which comes from the Srimad Bhagavatam is of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit, when he got to know that he has got 7 days. We don't know whether we have 7 minutes, 7 seconds, 7 days, 7 months, 7 years, 70 years. We never know how many years we have to stay. But Parikshit Maharaj knew, right, that he has 7 days. What he says, Atmajaya Sutagara Pashu Dravina Bandhushu Raje Chavikale Nityam Virudham Mamatam Jao. Atma Jaya. He was ready to leave 8 things. Atma is body. Here Atma is a physical body. Jaya, wife. Parikshit Maharaj's wife was not a normal lady. She was a daughter of demigod. So Maharaj Parikshit left his wife. Atma Jaya Suta. Suta means son. He left his son. Sutagara. Agar means the palace. हम लोग क्या है, हम लोग को क्या क्या छोड़ के जाना है? If somebody asks what we have to leave this body, we have to leave our near and dear one, we have to leave our material possessions, whatever material possessions, our house, our bank balances, our vehicles. This is what we leave. We leave our relatives, we leave our friends. Whatever possessions we have to leave that. So similarly, Parikshit Maharaj, Maitri is saying, sorry, that's not Maitri. Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Atma Jaya Sutagara Pashu Dravina Bandhushu. Pashu means, in earlier days, they were not having cars, but they were having horses, elephants. So he has to leave all those positions which, like in nowadays, we can compare them with our motorcycle, scooty, Maruti, all, right? 4-wheelers, all those opulences, all those facilities, vehicles and all, which we have got. So Maharaj Parikshit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna, why he could leave that without any fear, without any worry? Because he has an attachment to whom? Towards Lord Krishna. So that was the reason why he could willingly leave his body, his life, his wife, his children, his palace, his animals, his friends and bandhushu, his friends and relatives, his entire kingdom, without being disturbed. So in this today's sloka we are reading, and there is a common word which is coming. Jahav asun yad vimatatmaja sati. Jahav means giving up. Giving up what? Physical body. So here in this shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is shloka 2.4.2, Canto 2, chapter 4, shloka 2, in which it is said that Maharaj Parikshit was able to leave his body. Reason is what? Because he has wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna. So that is when a person could leave his body without fear, without anxiety, without worry. So for that, one has to prepare himself. So Maharaj Parikshit left all this, and because of his attraction, he went on the
Hello, Prabhuji. Hello. Line cut गया? Prabhuji. Hello. Hello.
sorry,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
sorry,
You are too tired. Are you too tired?
there was an internet issue. Am I audible right now?
You are audible. Audible.
Okay.
You look very tired. Are you too tired?
There's a lot of work going on at my home.
Yeah. You
Renovation.
can close it quickly. You can close it quickly. Okay. You look very
So,
tired. That's why I'm telling. Rest please.
Bhagavad Gita chapter 15 says, Nirman moha jit sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukha samay samagyair gachanti amura padam avayam tat. So one who can remember Krishna and who can leave his body, who is free from false prestige, illusion, false association. One who has no lust, no desire, he can only remember Krishna at the time of his death, and he can prepare himself to be in such a mode that he never forgets Krishna at that time and he lives happily. So, it is one of the lectures by one of the brahmacharis in ISKCON Faridabad. He gave a very good like narrations that one should prepare oneself in as per his ashram. So, right, we have 4 ashrams: brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. So, what should one do in a brahmachari avastha? One should learn and grow. What does this learn and grow means? So basically, like, it is not that you are growing in age or you are getting taller. He gave one very good example. He says that when a child takes birth, right, gradually he starts holding the wall and is standing. He is learning to grow. When he grows a bit and he goes to, and some relative comes or something, he goes and touches their feet, right? And then the elder person whose feet he touches, they say that he is growing. He is growing. That means he is not growing in age. He is growing in experience. He is learning to grow. He is learning how to behave, right? How to welcome, how to pay obeisances. So this is what we have to do in our brahmacharya avastha. That we have to learn in association of devotees from the shastras and grow accordingly, get matured accordingly, right? So that is what in brahmacharya one should learn and grow. In grahastha, one should earn and engage. Earning means what? Not physical earning, not material earning, paisa kamana nahi. What you have to earn? The sanskars and sanskritis. We have to earn the sukriti part of it, the sukriti of the Lord. We should earn that, how we could remember Lord. That Hare Krishna Bhujitan Prabhu. And we have to Prabhuji, so what should one do? One should earn and engage. Earning what? Bhagavan ki sukriti one should earn. That he should always remember. And what should he engage in? He should engage in devotional services. Right? So these are the things. Earn and engage. What you have to earn? The remembrance of Lord. What you have to engage in? Devotional life. So that should be the part of your grihastha age. Right? Similarly, in Vanaprastha, what should one do? Attach and detach. Attach to Krishna and detachment from family. This is what one should learn in Vanaprastha age. Sometimes one should go and stay away, go to Dham, stay for a few days there, just be in association of devotees, do some seva and all, and be away from the family. So you are detaching yourself from family and you are attaching yourself to Krishna. And then the last stage comes as sannyasa. In sannyasa, what one should do? Pray and prepare. Pray for what? One should always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. And prepare for what? Prepare for your final destination. One should prepare himself in that stage. And how could one prepare? Without following this? If you haven't learned from Shastras, if you haven't learned in the association of devotees, if you haven't grown, if you haven't got matured to understand what is the ultimate goal of your life, you cannot prepare that. In your Grahastha life, if you haven't understood the Shastra well, if you haven't understood the essence of soul and Paramatma, if you haven't engaged yourself in devotional service, how can you prepare at the time of your death? And how, if you haven't attached with Krishna and detached with your family in your Vanprasth, certainly in sannyas life, you cannot pray and you cannot prepare yourself to go back to destination. It is very, very important that we should follow these instructions, and that's how only one can leave with this thing in mind, that where his final destination is going to be. So one should train himself to leave his body and go to the place where he has to go. Grahe thako, vane thako, sada hari bole dako. So one has to be intelligent enough, train himself amidst the association of devotees so that he can go back to his destination. Like Sati Mata here is what is she doing? She is trained enough to leave her body. So she leaves her body in a very elegant manner, and she goes back to her final destination and takes birth as Mata Parvati, daughter of Himalaya, king of mountains. Hare Krishna. I'd like to end here. If you have any question or any comment, we can discuss around that. So if no questions, then we would like to end here. Vanchakalpatarvishpa sindhubhya vicha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anputi Vaishnavanda ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Shila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You are on mute, Prabhuji. Any questions, Prabhuji? Or shall we close?
Hello.
I am not audible, Prabhuji.
We audible. I can hear you.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Oh, Ramesh, my Prabhu joined. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Ramesh Prabhu, I'm just leaving.
Om.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Bol. Oh, wow. Wonderful. Thank you.